Now remember, this is shiny because I haven't matted this baby yet. I still have maybe another layer to go, and then I think we're matting babies today. Here's the head. Very, very shiny, very textured, and that'll matte out as soon as we put the powder on it. This head probably weighs 3 pounds, I swear. It's huge. It's solid silicone. This is a huge head. But here's a hand, an arm. Look at how dark this silicone was when I started. That's what things look like. And I'll show this to you when I'm done. Once I get it all assembled, I hope I have a body for it. I think this is maybe a 21 inch, and hopefully I have a 21 inch body. And I'm just gonna use like a regular Bountiful baby body or whatever I have around. And honestly, I don't even have to weight the body because the head and the limbs are so heavy. But I will weight it, just not super heavy. So that's what I've been doing this week. So I have not been painting babies. The 6 babies I have been wanting to paint are still sitting in my little cart. Haven't touched them at all, and I'm dying to. I really miss it. I can't explain it. I just do. But I want to show you what I did last week. Ta-da! So these are the little baby mermaids you saw me make. You can see that a little tiny bit of blue silicone got on her tail, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to do this in all kinds of blues and greens anyway. Here's one that hasn't been repaired yet, the bigger mermaid. She still needs to get cleaned up and filled. I'm going to do all of these. I'm going to do all the touch-up work all at the same time, so I don't have to keep pouring little batches of silicone. And the cool thing is I was playing with different colors. This one's a little bit more gray. This is a little bit more peach. And then the mermaid I was working on that started off being the alien, and I said it just didn't read alien to me, so I cut off the legs. I did sculpt the tail and pour it, and I still need to get this glued in. And this is my practice one. This was to see if this would even work. So many of you saw that I sculpted the alien baby, then decided it just didn't read alien to me, so I cut the body in half. I sculpted a tail, molded it, and poured it in silicone. This was a huge air bubble, so I just created a little part for it out of other parts, and I'm gluing that on top. And this is the fluke. It turned out so great. I don't know why I'm so happy about this, but I just really am. And these are bits of silicone sticking here. It's just so stretchy and flesh-like. Feels like skin. It is so wild. I love it. And I really thought this wasn't going to work because of the way I molded it, but it worked out beautifully. And so that's going to get silicone glued onto the tail. So you can see when you hold this, it's going to have like this life feel. And then the body here will go in there. This will go like this. And we'll have this awesome little mermaid. I can't wait to put her together. And then I'll mold a couple more later. I just want to get some vinyl babies painted. This has been a fun project, and I want to do more of that. And it's nice to learn something new, you know? I get bored super, super easily, and I love learning new things, so that's what I did last week. Usually I'm a little more prolific, but this shelter at home stuff has really changed the way we're living, and you wouldn't think it would. I mean, I work from home. It shouldn't be that big of a change, but I work from home, and the rest of my family works from home. My oldest daughter does work for the grocery industry. She works for a big chain in their art department, so she's still going to work. I was super, super worried because for a long time they weren't letting them wear gloves or masks, and I didn't like it. I really wanted her to not work there anymore or take a leave of absence. And little by little, they started changing what they were going to do, and now they're providing masks for them. That's a little bit better. I still don't want her there. I was thinking about it and wondering if maybe that's what she should do, just because she's worried about her family, you know, bringing something home and getting us all sick. But she's taking it day by day, and I think she came to the conclusion that if everybody said, yeah, I'm worried about my family, I'm worried about my own health, and everybody left, a lot of people wouldn't have food. It's funny which jobs turned out to be most essential, you know? And thank goodness people feel that way and are showing up for work, even though they're risking their health. Meaning, like, the people who deliver our mail, the people who are providing us food, and healthcare workers, you know? It turns out these are the most important people right now. And I'm grateful that my daughter made that decision. I'm still nervous as a mom, and I do worry. But, you know, she has to do what's right for herself. So what I'm going to do today is get these babies a little bit cleaned up, make sure I get all of the yuck off of them, and get ready for matting today. My class starts in about a half an hour, I think. And then I'll get this baby assembled and put away. And then I will get started on my next 6 babies. And I think I might just chat a little bit and paint. Hi everyone. I just matted this baby, and he still has powder all over him, so he looks a little dry and silly looking. I'm going to rinse him off tomorrow, let him sit overnight with the powder on there and see what happens. If I have to, I can remat him. My first time ever doing it, so I don't think it turned out too bad. Look at those lips. Gotta see these gums. They are so cute. Anyway, it was so much fun. The limbs are still wet. Well, they're not wet. They're just waiting. So this is how it looks before you mat. And this is how it looks after you mat. And so a lot of this golden color that I was worried about really washed out with the matting powder. And that's fine. I'm good with that. I can always rinse, I think, and you know, do another layer or something if I want to. So those are the little fingers. And that's the hand. So tomorrow all this shiny will be gone. And I kind of want to get it done this weekend because I really, really, really want to start my babies, my vinyl babies, on Monday. And I want to get a video up. But, you know, I'll keep updating you with the silicone stuff and let you follow me while I play with that. I just ordered a couple of gallons of silicone, so I kind of committed myself to a little bit more of this silliness. That's kind of how I do things. I just don't do them a little. Anyway, it's getting late here. The sun is just barely starting to go down, and I need to go make some dinner. Good morning, everyone. Thought I'd start the day off with this pile of Limsies. Look at that. Doesn't that look exciting? To me, that is so absolutely satisfying because I know I get to paint all of those. And look at all the colors that vinyl comes in. Isn't that interesting? Sometimes people don't understand when we talk about the subtleties of it, like some are gray and some are peachy, some are pink. You can see it's getting a little bit more crowded. Those are my paint brushes. I know, that's weird. And this is my plastic tower here that's getting taller. Look at this. Isn't this silly? Look at that. Whoa, 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 whoa. And that's my scale up there. That is all silicone paint and applicators. This is all my Genesis and air dry. And way down here, let me move that. That is just silicone brushes for matting and sponges and stuff like that. Those are brushes that I've not used yet. Way in the back over where the brushes are, you can't see it. But in the back, there's a tub of brushes that I've already used for silicone. I don't want to mix them up. All of this stuff I just used for Genesis. Anyway, let me show you who's on the workbench today. That's Joanna Wake. I can't wait to paint her. Some of these babies like Priscilla, you already know. And there's Mick. One of my favorites. I love him, and look at that little face. How cute is that? So these are the babies that are on the workbench today, and I'm going to get started. And I'm going to just film myself painting these babies. I do have a little who's out of school and who goes back to homeschooling on Monday because our spring break will be over. So those are the babies I'm going to work on, and we'll just chat and paint, and that should be fun. I decided to decant all of my pre-mixed silicone paint into these syringes that I had, and I used those for making perfume. And these were new. I hadn't used them to make perfume, but that would be cool because maybe the silicone could be scented, but I didn't know if it would inhibit the cure. So I decanted them in there and capped them so that I could easily mix them and measure them. And this is all my poor Genesis Heat Set paint. They're all settled at the bottom because I've been neglecting them. I went over to the dark side and played with silicone, so I can't wait to get those all revived and mixed up. And those are some varnishes. And way back there are the tubs. And I'm sorry, I'm filming through my tripod. Those are the tubs way back there that I used to mix the silicone paint, and then I transferred them into the syringes. I think that's going to work great. It's kind of a weird day out there. I don't know if you can see through my window. There's my neighbor's shed. I'll give you a peek at my son's studio back there. It's just kind of gray. I'm waiting for some sunny days so that we can get some photography done. I have all these babies waiting to be photographed. These are the babies that are all waiting to be photographed. Poor little babies. Today I have to set up my new oven. As many of you know, I fried my oven. I left it out in the rain, plugged in. I know, that was silly. And it kind of like fritzed out and just made itself super hot, and I thought, it's a goner. So I let it dry out for like a week, and then I plugged it back in and put a test limb in it, and it started doing the same thing. It smelled really bad, it heated up, it did all kinds of wacky stuff. So I ordered a new one, got it in, and it had like been, I think, I don't know, another 2 weeks maybe. And I decided, you know what, just for the fun of it, I still have those test limbs in there. I'm going to start it up and put my phone on a timer and see if the computer's working, and test the temperature and see what's going on to see if this thing is really broken. And it did its job normally. So I think it just needed to dry out, but I'm still nervous. If it still works, I'm going to test it a few more times. I might use it and have 2 ovens, and that would kind of like make things go a little faster for me. But I'm telling you, I am really nervous because if I put that little Mick baby in there and he melted, my heart would break in half. And I kind of thought it dried out and it was going back to normal. And then I went out to check on it, and it is not. And I'm glad I did a double check because this is what I found in my NuWave. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, kind of bummed. And I was trying to think of something really fun and cool to do with this, but it's just too gross and it's too sad. Who was this anyway? It was Liam. In the trash. Poor Liam, rest in pieces. So, yeah. So the old NuWave is gone, and we're just using the new one.